Hi, kamusta? Nasa huling topic na naman tayo, this time sa second quarter naman. Ready ka na ba sa last lesson natin? Kung ganon, make sure na panoorin at tapusin mo ang video nito. Hi, this is Sir Eman, a public school science teacher. Kung bago ka pa lang sa channel na ito, make sure na i-click mo muna ang subscribe button, pati na rin ang notification bell para notified ka every time mag-upload tayo ng panibagong video. In this video, we will discuss about percentage composition. Now, this is based on the 12 most essential learning competency in Science 9, which is determine the percentage composition of a compound given its chemical formula and vice versa. Tara, simulan na natin. Kamusta ang mga scores nyo itong mga nakaraang linggo? Mataas ba o mabababa? Well, hopefully, matataas, ano? Gamitin natin itong mga scores na ito as an example for us to better understand our lesson for this week. Now, let's say for instance, itong nakaraang linggo, ang total number of items dun sa mga learning task is 40. Ano? So, 40 lahat ng items. Now, out of those 40 items, you were able to get 36 items answered correctly. Now, kung naka-36 ka out of 40, ano usually yung nakikita natin na nakasulat sa mga papel? Palagay nyo. Well, most of the time, we see this. 36 over 40. So, alam natin, over 40 pala to. 36 yun na itama ko at 4 yung naimali. Now, meron bang ibang way o paraan na ginagawa ang mga teacher para maipakita kung gaano kadami yung naitama natin sa isang quiz o sa isang activity? Sige nga, meron ba kayo naiisip? Okay, now if you've answered through what we call percentage, then tama kayo. Now, 36 over 40, this can also be expressed as 90%. So in your paper, pwedeng nakalagay doon 36 over 40 or pwedeng 90%. So ibig sabihin, 90% ng mga items na nandoon ay naitama. 10% ay naimali. Now, saan nanggaling itong 90%? Paano kaya ito nakuha? Meron ba kayo idea? 36 over 40. Paano po nakuha yung 90%? So, sa pang-araw-araw na buhay natin, we get to determine the percentage of something by dividing that part over the whole. Yung part na inaalam natin kung ano yung percentage na, divided by yung total times 100%. So, di ba ang tawag na ay percentum, diba, century, 100 years. Yung centum, that means 100. So, pag percent, every 100 or per 100. Okay? There is a need to multiply it by 100%. Kanina, yung score, 36 over 40, kung percent, let's say if it's 100 items, 90 items yung naitama. So, yun ang ibig sabihin ng percent. Now, tingnan natin kung nakuha yung concept na yan. So, let's take this example. Say, for instance, there are 200 apples. Now, 30 of those apples are considered bad. Probably siguro may tama, and will not be for sale. How many percent of the apples are bad? Para natin malalaman yung percentage nito. So, again, we compute the percentage by dividing the part over the whole, and then don't forget to multiply that by 100. So, sulat natin. So, kung susundin natin to, part, gusto natin malaman yung percentage ng mga apple in bad condition. Ilang piraso? There are 30 divided by the whole, which is 200. So don't forget to multiply that by 100. Okay? So 30 divided by 200, that is 0.15. Pag divide natin, times 100. So we will have to move this into decimal point into 2 decimal places. 1, 2. That's why you will have here 15%. So, sige pala, 15% ng mga apple ay in bad condition. 100% yung total, So, 85% naman yung natira, yun yung mga in good condition. Okay? So, we were able to determine the percentage, again, by dividing the part over the whole times 100. So, kumbaga, 30 out of 200 yung bad. What about kung 100 lang sila? So, 15 out of 100. Yung ibig sabihin, kumbaga, nitong 15% na binigay dito per 100. Okay? Now, this percentage is very important in our day-to-day lives. Ginagamit siya sa iba't ibang aspeto ng buhay natin. But in science, this is well very helpful. Say for instance, if one is working in the laboratory, in the laboratory, you may perform experiments that will require you to prepare solutions, combination of solute and solvent, yung tinutunaw at ginagamit na pangtunaw. And you also need to verify at times the purity of some substances. So kailangan alam mo yung concept ng percentage. Say for instance, if you're asked to prepare 10% salt solution, what you will do would be to dissolve 10 grams of salt in 90 grams of water to make a 100-gram salt solution. Okay? So, nalaman natin na 10% ito kasi, di ba, we get the percentage by dividing the part over the whole and then multiplying that by 100%. Yung part, di ba, 10% salt solution, so yun yung salt, 10 grams, divided by yung 10 grams kasama yung sa solution plus yung 90 grams ng tubig. So 10 grams divided by 100 grams, that will give you 0.1, and huwag kalimutan yung 100%. Times 100%, that's gonna give you 10%. Tama naman kasi yung total mo 100 grams, diba, percent every 100, 10 grams noon indeed ay. So indeed, you've got to have knowledge of this percentage. Itong binigyan na example would be for a solution. But what about if what we're talking is a compound? We want to know ilang percent ng element yung present sa compound na yon. Doon papasok yung tinatawag natin na percent composition. So in percent composition, it pertains to the mass percent. Take note of each element in the compound. So sa compound, kung may dalawa na element dyan, we've got to know the percentage ng bawat element. Yun yung ating hinahanap sa percent composition. Okay? And then pag nahanap yung percent composition, kung i-add natin yon, that will be total 100%. Kasi nga, pag percent, that is per 100. Okay? How do we compute the mass percent of each element? We make use of this formula. So yung mass ng element na yon present in 1 mole of that given compound, i-divide mo dun sa total na molar mass ng compound. Again, multiply that by 100. Okay? So mag-try tayo. Now, let us try this first sample problem. So let's read first. Ethanol, which this has a chemical formula of C2H6O, is an alcohol obtained by fermenting sugars in grapes, corns, and other fruits and grains. Now, calculate the percent by mass of each element in ethanol. So, percent composition, we want to know the mass percent of each element in this compound. So, the compound is C2H6O. Now, how do we determine the mass percent of each element? We make use of this equation. So, mass percent of an element is equal to mass of element in 1 mole of compound divided by mass of compound in 1 mole of that compound times 100%. So, dito, ang kailangan natin gawin would be to determine the molar mass of this given compound. So, nung nakaraang video, nag-compute tayo ng molar mass. Ano, tanda pa ba? So, for compound, basically, we add the molar masses of the elements which are present here. So, kunin natin. So, for C2H6O, ilista muna natin yung mga elements na present. So, you have here carbon, you have hydrogen, and then you also have here oxygen. Tama, ano? Now, ilista natin ngayon dito kung ilang moles yung nandito. So, for carbon, you have there 2. Yan yung kanyang subscript. For hydrogen, you have here 6. And then for oxygen, you have here 1. So, wala siyang subscript. So, ibig sabihin nun ay meron lang na isa. Now, i-multiply natin to sa kanyang molar mass. Paano natin nalalaman yung molar mass nitong mga ito? We will have to take a look at the periodic table of elements, hanapin yung kanyang atomic mass. Yung atomic mass ng mga element, yun din yung kanyang molar mass. So, for carbon, the atomic mass would be 12.01. So, you will have to multiply that dito, 12.01. Yung unit ng molar mass, gram per mole. And then, dito naman, sa hydrogen, kung titingnan natin sa periodic table, that would be 1.01 grams per mole. Ang oxygen naman natin would be 16. 16 grams per mole. Okay, so pag katapos natin na mailagay yan dyan, we have to multiply. So you have here, 12.01 times 2, you have 24.02 grams per mole. 6 times 1.01, you have 6.06 gram per mole. And then 1 times 16, you have here 16 grams per mole. If we're gonna add all this, malalaman natin yung molar mass nitong ating ethanol. So you have here 8, 0, 10, 16, 1. So you have 2, 3, 4, 46.08 grams per mole. Okay? So ito na yung molar mass ng ating ethanol, C2H6O. Yan yung kanyang molar mass. Now, pag percent composition, we want to know the mass percent of each element. So, gagamitin natin yung equation na to sa bawat element. Starting first with carbon. So, mass percent of carbon is equal to this. So, mass of element in 1 mole of compound divided by the total mass of that compound times 100%. So, dito, titingin tayo dito sa ating computation kanina. Ano daw yung mass ng element na nandito? Ang kanyang molar mass is 12.01, pero makikita natin 2 moles. So, ito ang kukunin natin. Ano? Ito yung 24. So, you have there 24.02 grams. Yung grams na naman, tinatanong, ano? Ito yung molar mass niya. Molar mass times 2. Pero mass lang naman tinatanong, kaya natin isasama yung mole. So, 24.02 divided by, ano yung total na mass? 46.08 grams. Don't forget, times 100%. So, pag ating dinivide yan, 1 ang calcu, 24.02 divided by 46.08, you'll have there, yung lalabas, and then you multiply that by 100. Tapos, ating round off na lang sa into 2 decimal places. Okay? So, you'll have there 52.1, anong kasunod? 2 decimal place lang, 126. So, yung kasunod ng 2 is 6, higher than 5. So, round up, mag-add tayo ng 1. So, 52.13, don't forget yung percent. So, para sa ating carbon, dun sa ating ethanol, that is about 52.13%. Tapos na ba tayo? Hindi tayo tapos, ano? Kasi, carbon pa lang. Eh, sabi dito, of each element in that compound. Ngayon, kunin naman natin yung para sa hydrogen. Dito na tayo now. So, mass percent of hydrogen. So, again, yung mass ng element na yun in one compound of that, in 1 mole of that compound, divided by the total mass of that compound, of 1 mole of that compound. So, hydrogen, tingin tayo ulit dito, merong 6.06 grams divided by yung total, same pa rin, 46.08 grams. Don't forget, times 100%. So, we will have here 6.06 divided by 46.08 times 100. Diretso na natin. So, again, 2 decimal places, you'll have here 13.15%. So, 13.15% itong ethanol is hydrogen. Okay? Now, proceed tayo ngayon dun sa huli, oxygen. Meron pa tayong natira. So, percent of oxygen. So, same pa rin. Gaano karami oxygen divided by yung total. We'll have there 16 grams divided by 46.08 grams times 100%. So, kunin natin. 16 divided by 46.08 times 100, we'll have here 34.72%. Okay? So, yan yung pinalabas. So, yan yung mass percent ng bawat element present in this particular compound. Now, sabi natin, di ba, percent, so per 100, dapat pag natin natin ito lahat, 100%. Try natin. So, 52.13 plus 13.15 plus 34.72 that's gonna give us 100%. Ano? So, tama yung ating na-compute. So, one way by which we will be able to check kung tama ito kapag inadapat natin itong mga mass percent ng bawat element, ang kalalabasan dapat niyan ay 100%. Okay? Nakuha ba? So, basically, kailangan gawin, kunin mo na yung molar mass. Then, after nun, saka mo compute yung mass percent ng bawat element. mass ng element na present sa compound divided by total mass nung compound na yon, 1 mole ng compound na yun, times 100, magkakaligtan. Okay? So, proceed tayo sa second na example. So, let me read this. Propane, so this has a chemical formula of C3H8. So, dapat nyo number a subscript. This is one of the compounds obtained from petroleum. Calculate the percent composition of propane. So again, ano yung kailangan natin gawin? Kailangan mo nang determine yung molar mass nitong compound na ito. So lista natin yung mga elements present. You have carbon and you have hydrogen. Alamin natin ilang moles ang present. For carbon, there are 3. For hydrogen, there are 8. I-multiply natin siya sa molar mass. Itong mga element na to. For carbon, you have 12.01 grams per mole. For hydrogen, you have 1.01 grams per mole. Again, sa atin ito kinuha sa periodic table, yung atomic mass ng mga element pa yan. So, 3 times 12.01, you have 36.03 grams per mole. And then dito, meron ka namang 8.08 grams per mole. Okay? So, add natin to para makuha yung molar mass ng compound. So, you have here 8, 9, 10, 11, and then you have your 14, 1, you have 44.11 grams per mole. This is the molar mass of your C3H8. Now, pwede natin makuha ngayon yung mass percent ng bawat element. Let's start with carbon. So, mass percent of carbon would be, ilan yung carbon na present? 36.03 grams lang, Okay na yon. Divided by, saan natin siya di-divide? Yung total, 44.11 grams. So, kalimutan, times 100%. So, pagka din itong pinperform yung operation, you have 36.03 divided by 44.11. Wait. 36.03 divided by 44.11 multiplied by 100, you'll have there 81.68%. Kalimutan niyo. Okay? Nakuha na natin yung para sa carbon. Tapos na ba tayo? Hindi pa. Kasi may hydrogen pa tayo. So, mass percent of hydrogen, that will be, ito, 8.08 grams divided by yung total, 44.11 grams times 100%. So, you have 8.08 divided by 44.11 times 100, 2 decimal places ulit. So, 18.31. Ang kasunod ay 7. So, higher than 5. 5 and above. So, plus 1 tayo. 18.32%. So, yan palang compound na yan. 81.68% ay carbon at 18.32% ay hydrogen. Tingnan natin kung tama. Pag add natin, dapat 100 ang kalabasan. So, 81.68 plus your 18.32, still total would be 100%. Okay? So, tingnan natin kung paano to helpful. Ating sagutin to. So, nakuha natin dito sa una, yung carbon natin is 81.68. Ang ating hydrogen naman would be 18.32%. Kaya dito susunod na problem. How many grams, therefore, of hydrogen are contained in a 39-gram sample of propane? So, pag sinabi natin propane, itong compound na to automatic, laging 81.68% ay carbon at 18.32% ay hydrogen. So, say for instance, meron akong 39 grams ng propane. Sabi dito, ilang grams na yung hydrogen? So, para malaman natin, we will simply multiply. You have your 39 grams times ilang percent daw? 18.32%. 18.32%. Pag multiply natin yan, ito, kailangan natin convert ito into decimal. So, you will have this, babalik natin siya, 0.1832. Kung natin mo sa calcu, ganyan, 39 times 0.1832. Dali ko lang kung anong kalalabasan. So, 39 times 0.1832, we'll have here 7.14 grams. 144. So, kasunod ng 4 ay less than 5. So, retain. So, out of that 39 grams, 7.14 grams pala nun ay hydrogen. E, paano yung carbon? Actually, pwede natin i-minus na lang yan dito. Kasi yun na lang yung natira. Pero gamitin natin din to. So, 39 grams times ilang percent daw? 81.68%. Decimal mo natin ito, 0.8168. So, tayo nyo, 39 times 0.8168. Kung anong kalalabasan. So, 39 times 0.8168, you'll have there 31.86 grams. Okay? So, mas marami. So, pag pinag-add natin to 7.14 plus 31.86, 39 din. Yun yung total na mass na given ng ating compound na nandito. Okay? So, doon siya ginagamit. Hopefully, nakuha, na magtayo tayo ng isa pa. Now, let us have this problem. Calculate the percent composition of glucose. It has a chemical formula of C6H12O6. So again, ano unang gagawin? We will have to compute first for the molar mass of the compound. So we've got to list first the elements present here. You have carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Sila pa rin. Ilang moles ng bawat element na nandito? Carbon has 6, kasi C6. Hydrogen has 12, and oxygen has 6. Then, mumultiply natin siya sa molar mass ng element na to. Again, makikita sa ating periodic table. So, for carbon, we have 12.01 grams per mole. For hydrogen, we have 1.01 grams per mole. And for oxygen, we have 16 grams per mole. Ngayon, i-multiply na natin. So, 6 times 12.01, 12.01 times 6, you have there 72.06 grams per mole. Paano itong isa? 12 times 12.01, you have your 12.01. Tama, no? Grams per mole. 6 times 16, you have there 96 grams per mole. If we add them, we have 96 plus 12.01 plus 72.06. You have there 180.7. 180. Supposedly this is tama naman 12.01. 180.07 grams per mole. So this is the molar mass of our C6H12O6 or our glucose. So since alam na natin yung molar mass, pwede na nating i-compute yung mass percent ng bawat element na nandito. So let's begin with carbon. Tumula tayo, no? So mass percent of carbon, dapat alam natin gaano kabigat yung carbon na nandoon sa compound. So sabi dito, 72.06 grams divided by yung total, 180.07 grams. Huwag kakalimutan, times 100%. So pag ating pinerform yung operation, you have here 72.06 divided by 180.07 times 100. So yan. Again, 2 decimal places. So 40.01, kasunod ng 1 ay 7. So this is 5 and above, round up. Mag-a-add tayo. So this will become 40.02. Don't forget the percent sign. So 40.02% pala nung glucose is actually made of carbon. So again, di pa tayo tapos, Kasi pag percent composition, mass percent ng bawat element. So atin namang kunin yung mass percent noong iba pang element. So this time, mass percent of hydrogen. So mass of hydrogen present in the compound, you have 12.01 grams. Total na mass 180.07 grams times 100%. So, gawin natin yung operation. 12.01 divided by 180.07 times 100%. We have there 6.67%. Okay? So, yun yung percentage ng hydrogen na present dun sa ating glucose. Again, meron pa tayong natirang isa. Dun tayo sa mass percent of oxygen. So, divide lang natin. You have there 96 grams divided by 180.07 grams times 100%. Makakalabasan. 96 divided by 180.07 times 100%, you have there 53.3312. So, ito ang kasunod ng 1, lower than 5, so retain. 53.31. Don't forget the percent. Okay? So, this time, ang oxygen naman ay 53.31%. Okay? Tingnan natin kung tama. Pag din natin itong mga nakuha rin, dapat 100%. So, you have your 40.02 plus 6.67 plus 53.31, still 100%. So, tama yung ginawa natin. Okay? So, basically, that's how we compute for the percent composition. We've got to determine first the molar mass of that compound, and then saka natin compute yung mass percent ng bawat element na nandun. To compute for the mass percent, yung mass ng element na nandun sa compound divided by total mass ng compound, multiply that by 100. Then, makukuha natin yung mass percent niya. Para ma-check, i-add lang natin lahat ng mga nakuha natin na mass percent ng lahat ng element na nandun sa compound, dapat pag tinotal, 100% ang kalalabasan. Okay? So, hopefully, nakuha kung paano mag-perform ng computations related with percent composition. Kung medyo may mga part na hindi pa rin malinaw, pwedeng balikan yung mga parts na yon ng video natin. So, hopefully, this video has helped you better understand our lesson. Anyway, meron din naman sa module, pwede nyo ring balikan yung mga nandun. So, again, thank you for your time and see you on our videos for the third quarter.